Hello boys and girls and children of all ages. My name is Leighton Todd for DIY Media, and today you're watching Truth Be Told. Today we're going to talk about the ramifications of YouTube censoring content, so let's get into it. As a starting off point, about 5 years ago was prime time to be with YouTube, to be a partner of YouTube, and to be monetized, or for your work to be monetized rather, when it was all about free speech and entrepreneurship. But as of the last 2 years, it has slowly grown into the monster that we know today that blocks conservatives. Well, that was until recently, when other contributors, who were unpolitical by the way, have started to be very careful, because they too have been getting demonetized. Creators like Kid Behind the Camera, Angry Grandpa, and yes, even resident Hillary cheerleader himself, Casey Neistat. But is what they do legal? Well, as I have read the legal document that they have made, which is a terms and conditions, and with the law around contracts, a contract is ironclad. Everything in that contract has to be respected. Otherwise, it can be legally. There can be legal ramifications for you not participating in a contract that you signed with another party. You signed a contract with YouTube if you ever signed or agreed to their terms and conditions, and that is legally binding for you and for them. I mean, firstly, there are many channels, Demo Ranch being one, losing videos from years ago, but this is illegal for them to do as per their rules in section 14.2. It says, quote, "You and YouTube agree that any cause of action arising out of or related to the services must commence within 1 year after the cause of action accrues. Otherwise, such cause of action is permanently barred." Unquote. Now, this is lawfully enforceable. Yes, they must absolutely and utterly adhere to these guidelines, or sorry, rather these rules which they have set in place, which is the terms and conditions that you agreed upon. So any videos that they do remove, they cannot do this illegally at all, unless done within a year. So what about political affiliation? Well, I mean, let's go through that. In section 6E, it says the following, quote, "You further agree that you will not submit to the service any content or other material that is contrary to the YouTube community guidelines currently found at link, which may be updated from time to time, or contrary to the applicable local, national, or international laws and regulation." Unquote. So as per their own admission, hate speech refers to content that promotes violence against or has the primary purpose of inciting hatred against individuals or groups. So saying that you disagree or do not like certain ideas or policies of another group of individual is, as per their own admission, not against the terms of and conditions to do so. But be careful how you approach it. That's all I'm saying, because they can legally take this to court to get out of their contract with you. So make sure you do not give any reason for them to interpret that it is a primary purpose of yours to incite hatred against that individual or group. Don't say anything, don't give any personal attacks, is what I'm saying. So like I said, just be careful about how you approach it, and definitely don't say anything personally against race, ethnic origins, or religion, disability, gender, age, veteran status, sexual orientation, or gender identity. because then they can, and in some cases will, take you to court to get out of that contract with you. And in their own statement up top of their community guidelines, they do say, I'm not quoting here because I don't have the quote on me, but they do say that you shouldn't get a lawyer, which is untrue. If you ever feel like they're breaching your rights as per their own contract or community guidelines, and go read them, trust me, there are a lot that they don't have in there that if they wanted to change, they could. But the terms and conditions, as far as the terms and conditions, it is ironclad. They cannot get out of it unless you break one of their rules. They cannot change the terms and conditions because there is no end date to that contract unless you, and that means every single one of their platform users, agrees to that, unless I am not privy to some kind of other law. Unless you breach your contract, then you have the absolute right to upload to their platform. Again, as long as you sign the contract before they made another contract, or you know, you, and they can make another contract, but they just cannot change the ones that they already have. Millions and millions and millions. But anyway, I thank you for joining me here today. If you disagree with me, please contact me via Twitter at TotterCharm or DIYSMI on Twitter. Also, you can email me on business.diymedia@gmail.com. Yes, not licensed, but hopefully eventually we can do so. So please go support me on Patreon. Nice little caveat to that. Please subscribe, like, and share. My name is Leighton Todd for DIY Media. You have been watching Truth Be Told. I'll see you next time, but until then, stay safe, guys, and as always, amen.